Speed Beauty's back again with another guest, and her name is Nicky. Nicky wants to have a really golden, fresh makeup that is undetectable and feels super light on her skin. She's come in with half her face painted in her normal makeup, and I'm going to do the other side. I really hope you enjoy it and learn loads. Thank you so much for coming in, Nicky. This is your day look, what you've got on your right side here. Tell me what you like to wear and how you like to wear your makeup.
Very natural.
Yep.
I don't really know what to do makeup wise, and I don't like a heavy base. I don't like to feel too made up.
Okay.
So yeah, natural look.
And what would you like me to create for you today?
A daytime look, something a bit dewy, so that I don't look heavily made up.
Okay.
Not so tired. I always feel like I look tired.
Okay. Right. So if you looked on the camera for me, I am going to choose the kind of base that I'm going to use on you, on the colour of your chest. I'm judging on the colour of your chest. Because you've got this lovely, warm, caramelly skin tone and you've got lots of freckles, the biggest mistake you can probably make is that you go for a foundation that's too dark. So I'm going to go for a foundation that's just slightly lighter, or a concealer that's slightly lighter, because where you say you feel tired, it's probably just in here, obviously around your eyes, but I want to lift that. And if you use a concealer that matches your skin tone, which you might think is correct, if you go a shade lighter, that will give you a little bit more brightness around your eyes.
Okay.
We'll use something reflective on your eyelids, and I'm just going to tidy up your brows before we start. With your eyebrows, be really careful you don't make them into these two L shapes. So what we want to do is create a nice shape that lifts through your brow. We want to fill in this angle here that will just make it a little bit softer. Now, have you plucked your eyebrows a lot in your youth, or do you just kind of take away the ones? Yeah. So do they grow a lot now, or you don't pluck them at all?
No, I hardly touch them now.
Okay. So you can use some really good treatments to actually boost the growth of your lashes. Just something from Boots, Rapid Lashes, really, really good at filling in the gaps, and you can just paint it on at night time.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is just on your left side here, I'm just going to take a couple of brows from the top. These ones aren't doing anything for anybody, and just because I want to kind of give you a very sort of polished, refined look, I'm just going to tidy up those stragglers and just underneath. And your hair is really, really fine, so when I do your brows, I'm going to use a little bit of fibre, which comes in a little gel form that you just wipe through your brow, and that will give you a little bit more density to your eyebrows. That will make a big difference in terms of opening out your eyes. Right, we're going to start with this amazing line release eye cream. Kate Somerville has just come to Space NK, and I went to a launch the other day, and I literally cannot stop putting this around my eyes. Tell me how it feels once I've massaged it in, but it's almost like an air pump, I find, for the eyes. I was about to do the other side now already. And like you said, you felt tired. I want to kind of give a real injection of hydration into your skin. And I love putting this on. I love putting oils on my skin over and under foundation. And I haven't really used a lot of eye cream for a long time, because I think if I'm using products that are good enough anyway, I shouldn't need to use an eye cream for this area. But this is just such a nice texture if you're feeling, you know, a little bit dehydrated in this area, or you want a little bit more volume.
Okay. No, it feels lovely.
Okay, so I've listened to what you said. I'm going to be using the Sensai Glowing Base. It only has an SPF of 10, so I would advise that you use a slightly stronger SPF. And this gorgeous, gorgeous product, again, just feels so light and silky when you apply it to your skin. Now, this is just going to give us a lovely radiance to your skin, and then we're going to go in and just touch up in any areas that need any extra bit of coverage. And this way, it gives you the freshness that you want to achieve, and we can just lighten those darker areas of your face. So I'm just using my fingers. You can apply it with fingers, or you can apply it with a brush. It's such a lovely, luxurious product to use. And it just adds just that little bit of light and life to your skin that you said that you were missing. Right, so I've given you a really, really soft, delicate application of this, and I'm going to go in with this MAC Studio Fix Water Weight Concealer. Now, this is a lovely product that I use at work a lot. It is so potent and so powerful, and a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just going to apply that just in the areas of redness that you have. So that's just under the chin, either side of the nose, So common these areas because you've got incredible skin. So really exactly what you said, it's just that enhancement that you want. Close your eyes for me. Just going to take it to the inside there. Going to let it settle for a bit. And then I'm going to blend it through. Close your eye for me. Great. So when you're thinking about your makeup, if you feel dark and you feel tired, in those areas, that's where you want to add light. So whether it's a lighter eyeshadow, a more reflective eyeshadow, or something that's going to mimic light or bounce back light, that will give you the freshness. Because as we get older, our face just becomes a little bit darker around the nose here, around the lips, underneath the chin, around the eyes. And if we can lift those areas without covering anything else of our complexion, it just gives us a little bit of brightness. So if you just look up for me. Now, how does the texture of these two products feel so far for someone who doesn't like to wear too much makeup?
It feels great, it just feels like I've got moisturiser on.
Great. You have to get enjoyment from the texture and the feel of the makeup that you put on, so it doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like a treat.
Yeah, it feels great.
Great, so now it just lifts this area here, but it still looks really natural, and the most important thing is I can still see all your lovely freckles. Right, let's go to your brows. You're going to fill in your brows with Benefit Gimme Brow. It comes in a tiny little brush like this. And I'm just going to bring these eyebrows up like this. And then bring all the other ones in an upward motion. We're going to fill in the brows later, but we just want to place them in the area that they'll sit comfortably and stay. And then we can fill in and polish up the shape. But this just makes every individual hair much thicker. And it's great if you've got fine brows. And the brows really are the frame of your eye. And the older we get, we need that structure in our makeup.
Okay.
So next I'm going to use Brow Gal. And like I said, I'm just going to fill in this area here. Just so we take away that sharpness and we get a nice flow of shape. And just with a nice sharpened pencil, just try and create nice hair-like strokes to softly fill in. And I've lightened them just very slightly so that your eyes throw forward. Just turn your face a little bit more to me so I can get the outside bit. And when you've put the kohl in place, just brush them through so it just takes away that hard edge. Right, don't be scared, but I'm going to use this Marc Jacobs Flamboyant palette on you because I think you suit all of these shades. You can use these neutral mattes, you can use these when you kind of go on a little bit stronger. We're just going to add a little bit of light with this lovely peachy and oyster colour just today, but this palette gives you lots of options in your colour palette. So I'm going to go in with the oyster colour first. Close your eyes, which is a slightly cooler colour for your palette, but I'm just going to use it over the first third. Then I'm going to go in with a much more peachy gold, and I'm just going to use that over that colour, just adds a little bit of shape and warmth. I'm going to keep this eyeshadow really soft because actually you don't need too much, I just want to add the brightness. Open for me? Lovely. I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to go back into the lighter oystery colour. I'm just going to add a little bit of brightness just on the inner corner here. Right, next I'm going to use a liquid liner, and this is from Wonder. And it's a really great stay-proof liner. And again, I just love this shade because it's like a soft, very soft metallic. It's got a lovely nib. And just close your eyes for me. And I'm going to lift your lid quite firmly, and I'm going to just paint the liner into your lashes. And give it a little lift, a tiny lift just at the end. Now if you could do me a favour and just look to your left for me, I can just work the liner right into that inner corner, and that's a perfect place. Open your eyes, but don't open them too wide so it imprints. Lovely. Just going to pull that liner down to your last lash, making sure that it's lifting all the time. And it's this lovely warm chocolate colour compared to the black, just as another option. Have you tried this mascara?
No.
Caution by Hourglass. I absolutely love this, and you've got gorgeous, gorgeous long eyelashes. I'm going to make a real statement with your lashes. So look down for me. I'm just going to use this left and then right. So I'm going to really splay out your lashes so it opens out your eyes. So I'm really pulling the outer corner lashes towards your temple, and then I'm bringing the inner corner lashes to the side of your nose. This is called fanning out the eyelashes, and it just really makes a difference and really opens out the eyes. Gorgeous. Look down, me down. They've got a slight curl to them, haven't they?
Yeah.
That must drive you crazy. Yeah, exactly. Just pull out these guys right at the end. This mascara dries, and when it dries it doesn't smudge at all. So you've just got to make sure you work all the product in. We're going back in with the darker brown here, and we're going to go matte. And I'm just going to add this at the end of my cotton bud. I'm going to really push the pigment into the cotton bud, and look up for me. And I'm just going to bring a little bit underneath there, just to give us a little thicker lash line, keeping it very light.
See, I never put anything under my eyes.
Just by using a matte shadow and just softening it with a cotton bud gives a lovely shape to your eye, but it doesn't read as makeup. It also reads as just like a really sort of soft definition to your eye, and it really pulls out your lashes. And just with the tip of the mascara wand, look up for me, just very delicately. I'm almost like just tinting your lashes because I want it to be top heavy. And that really makes your eyes look so wide and bright. One last tip for your eyes to add brightness is I'm going to be using the Max Factor gel liner. Look up for me, and I'm just going to very delicately put that in your waterline. And that just makes a little bit of brightness to the eye area. Especially if your eyes are a little bit pink, this is a lovely way just to kind of brighten and sharpen your eyes. Next for cheeks, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass palette here, which I love, to amplify your complexion. And the wonderful thing about this palette is that you can adjust the colours depending on how brown or warm you are. Now, just to give you a little bit of volume and lift to your face, when you put your blush on, you want to put it half on the apple of your cheek, and then just almost like a little Nike tick. So you sort of do it across the front of the apple of your cheek and then up. Not too angular because you've got really high cheekbones, but you're losing a little bit of volume just at the front there. So just to amplify that, just do that lovely little tick. So normally for your lips you wear pinky colours.
Yeah.
So how about a pinky nude rather than something that's kind of like raspberry, just so that it kind of fits in with your colour family?
Yeah, right.
Do you prefer a gloss or a lipstick?
I prefer gloss.
For a gloss, great. Well, let's try Honey Lacquer in Honey Nude by Max Factor. I've been wearing this a lot recently. I absolutely love it. Let's see if it works and see whether it's a different pink to what you would normally wear yourself. So I'm not going to use any lip liner on this one because it's got lots of pigment in this gloss. So just stretch your lips for me over your teeth. That's lovely. Great. So this texture again feels really soft. The colour works beautifully with the palette that we've used. Take it just a little bit higher over your cupid's bow. You've got great lip shape, but just having that sheen there really just amplifies your lips, which are gorgeous anyway. So nice. And just to finish off, we're going to use a little bit of Vita Liberata just to lift it very slightly. Use a nice big brush. This is 150S by MAC, just to unify your skin tone and keep that nice warmth in your skin, allowing to see your complexion shine through the makeup. So I think I'm really happy. I'm really pleased with the new shape of your brows. Your eyes are really fresh. The makeup's not screaming at me. I think it will be natural enough, but please take a look before I do the other side and let me know so you can see the difference in your features.
Wow, that's amazing.
You don't have to, you can be really honest as well. You can say, oh, I didn't like that, but I wouldn't have done that.
My eyes looked amazing actually, totally different. But it doesn't feel like I've got makeup on.
So it feels light.
Nice thing. Yeah, it feels very light.
Just a little bit lighter under your eyes, tidy up around the nose. Your lips look subtle but defined.
Yeah, no, really good. Thank you.
So there's a complete look. How do you feel?
Amazing, thank you.
You look absolutely gorgeous. The eyebrows have made such a difference, just making them a little bit of a shade lighter, brightening the eye area with a slightly cooler shade, softening that definition by using a brown over a black, and just adding a lovely glow to your lips and skin.
Thank you. See if I can do it myself now.